Hi, I'm not a doctor or a therapist, just another person like you. Everything we talked about here is based on personal experience and friendly support. If at any point things feel too heavy, please reach out to a professional or a crisis line. Thanks for choosing to spend this time with me. Let's try to make today just a bit calmer. Today we're talking about how notifications hijacked our peace and why it matters to set boundaries in a world where everything dings, flashes, and pops up just to grab your attention. Sounds serious, but it's really about simple things, the ability to unplug and exhale. We have a lot to cover, so let's keep going without too many breaks. Ever notice how much your phone eats up your attention? The average user gets about 46 notifications a day, and each one pulls you in. Honestly, I don't know whoever counted this. Yesterday I have 570, and now it's 10 a.m., and I'm already at 270. Americans check their phones 144 times a day on average, and 75% responds to notification within 5 minutes or so. That means the phone is constantly demanding your focus. If it's draining you or making you anxious, you're not alone. This kind of stress has become new normal. And it impacts our mood. Almost a third of notifications triggers anxiety, irritations, or even fear. One analysis of 500,000 notifications found that 32% led to negative emotions. That stuff builds up and chips away at your inner calm. Then there is a physical toll. Psychiatrists from Columbia University note that this constant alert stream creates a sense of urgency and fear of missing out, FOMO. Even if the notification is trivial, the buzz or beep triggers the stress reaction. Your heart beats faster. You feel like you have to respond right away. And our focus? Repeated alerts scatter our attention like symptoms of ADHD. That kind of mental jumpiness wrecks productivity and wears you down. When we're always buried in our phones, even our closest relationships suffer. The American Psychological Association uses the term constant checker. 44% of constant checkers say they feel disconnected from family, even while sitting next to them. Compare that to 25% among people who don't check their phones constantly. That's a big gap. So, notifications don't just steal your attention, they steal it from the people around you. Even at a dinner table, we're often somewhere else inside the screen. So, yeah. Notifications are everywhere, and they really do steal your calm. But what do we do? Giving up your phone completely is unrealistic. The key is learning to manage the flow, setting digital boundaries. Boundaries are like mental fences, simple rules that protect your time and your sanity. For example, No emails after 8 p.m., no social media during meals, or muting your group chats for a few hours. Studies show that if you delay responding and check your messages in batches just a few times a day, your mental state improves. But when you're always on, your nerve system never gets a break. But let's be honest, setting boundaries is easier said than done. So how do we feel the difference between being on call and being in control? Let's try a practice. This one's called 5-4-3-2-1. It helps bring you back into your body and the present moment. So let's start. First, look around and find 5 things you can see. Name each one to yourself and take a good look at the shape, color, or detail. Great. Now close your eyes. Touch 4 different textures. Your clothes, chair, table, whatever is near. Feel the temperature and material. Good. Next, listen to 3 sounds around you. This music, clocks ticking, traffic, maybe your breath. Next, take a slow inhale and try to notice 2 different smells. If nothing is around, recall a pleasant scent from your memory. And finally, focus on one taste. Maybe it's a toothpaste, coffee, or your lips. Or remember a favorite flavor and imagine it. Even that will activate taste perception. Okay. How do you feel now? A bit more grounded? A little quieter inside? This practice helps bring you back from the noise. So, why are notifications so exhausting? Attention overload is real. When the info stream exceeds what your brain can handle, you hit cognitive fatigue and even fog. Each ping pulls your brain out of focus, and research shows it takes an average of 23 minutes to regain full attention after being interrupted. 3 pings. That's an hour of lost time. Here is another layer. Every notification gives you a mini dopamine hit, a tiny pleasure surge. That's why our hand reaches for the phone every time. But it wears off fast and leaves a void. So we reach again, and that's the loop. Plus, each alert can trigger cortisol, the stress hormone. When your phone buzzes all the day, your body never resets. The result? Constant low-level anxiety and irritability. So our phones give us micro pleasures and micro stresses. And by evening, we're drained. Brain and nerves both shot. But there is a way out with small, steady changes. Here is what works for me. First, no sounds. Most alerts don't need an instant response. I keep my phone on silent or vibrate. Next, smart filters. I went into settings and shut off everything non-necessary, social apps, news, and so on. I mute group chats and channels. Only priority messages come through. Next, intentional disconnection. I leave my phone in a drawer once a week, usually Saturdays. At first it felt weird, now I love it. Also, walking without my phone is peaceful. Next, do not disturb. It's almost always on for me. I'm working, sleeping, or with someone, and I'm not interrupted. Next one is applications cleanup. This is my Saturday's ritual. Delete or offload 3 apps. Usually ones I have never used or overused. If I reinstall it later, fine, but often I don't miss it at all. And the last one, no screen first things or before bed. I really try not to reach out for my phone when I wake up or right before sleep. It's not always easy, but it helps. Okay, micro homework. Choose 3 of these and try them for the next 3 days. Just notice if things feel easier, quieter after that. This little digital detox might be just what your system needs. Did the 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 practice help? Or the boundaries? Tell me in the comments, or share your own tips. What works for you? Your story might help someone else. Thanks for spending this 20 minutes with me. Taking care of yourself isn't luxury, it's essential. Like charging your phone. Remember, inner calm matters more than the outer noise. Take care, and see you next time.